Welcome back, fellow mobile gaming fanatics. MyTyme here, bringing you another episode of Top Drives, and today we are not starting with carbon fibre, unfortunately, because I do not have much cash left. I've been using a ton of my resources upgrading cars so far. I'm very tempted soon to come into here to start going through these rare uncommons, common cars, and even some of the super rares that I have maxed out and not used, to sell them, to generate some cash, to potentially open some more packs for some more fused material, etc. Because I do have a lot of dead weight in this garage. My garage needs a spring clean at some stage, and considering we are in spring, it is probably a good time for me to do it. But let's come to today's video. Now, I was tempted to do a bit of a first impressions of some of the new TI events, because two have been released quite close together. However, I've gone into them to try and play them to get an idea of what you need first, and let's just say I'm a bit surprised. But you can see before we go any further, this TI Vantage Point, I haven't played any for a while. 44 matches, 3 losses. Fortunately for me, the 3 losses have been from me playing people when I've tried stuff out, so I know I'm guaranteed to be in the top 2, so I will keep playing my tickets out just to try and get some extra resources. But that double ceramics is going to be handy. I've got to pray for something good. Even if I get one ultra rare, I'll be well happy for that, chuffed, and just to get some cards in, because I am starting to run low. I'm going to have to start unlocking cards otherwise that I just don't use. Now, the main focus of this video is going to be these 3 events, so we will start off first of all with a TD Expert. Now, don't be fooled by some of these rankings, guys. Okay, in here, 85 RQ, 3 Alfa Romeo, 2 Jags. Now, that doesn't bode well for me because my Alfa Romeo and my Jaguar garage isn't particularly great. Now, you'll see that the team I have opted to go for here is, and as we click on it, this. Now, I could try and work away while I bring in some of these cars. Obviously, the Volante is maxed out. You can see I haven't really worked on any of these cars. But I noticed in the track sets, by playing them out and having a look, there are 3 wet courses on each of the 4 tracks you can have, the 4 track combinations. So you're going to be guaranteed to have wet surfaces. On top of that, the city streets as well, 2 city street levels on some of them. So I've gone for 3 cars here which are all medium ground clearance to cover that. I've got standard tyres to help me with some of the rain. I've got an all-rounder, and I've got a 15 RQ throw-in. Now, yes, I could probably work my team around a little bit to try and find bring in a different car. There are a few things I could do. However, I don't want to work too much on some of these other cars yet if I haven't already worked on them, because to be fair, the Alfa Romeo this TZ I could work on because it's got quite a few rares. It wouldn't take me too much. It's not really using resources to do so. Or the event car, the SC, if I really wanted to try and bring a different Alfa Romeo over the Carabo, which I possibly might do, but I'm not focusing on this one. Okay, I'm going to let this one go, and let me just show you here. Let's just show you there is City Street Small, City Street Small, 3 Rainy. Okay, now this Pascal's lineup, nice. He's got 2 medium ground clearance. This is medium, isn't it? 2 medium ground clearance cars, to at least do that. Give him a good chance of finishing in the top 10 with that. Again here, medium, very nice. A lot of people running the Trans Am, but obviously the Trans Am is only going to be useful if you run it outside of the wet, because the slick tyres, and it's not going to be particularly helpful in the City Street Small either. Medium, low here. Let's come play this. Let's just see how this one works out, just to get a game under the belt. So the tactics I'm going to be using, this car was more for the twisty ones or the slaloms in the rain. That's what I put. This is the MVP. Okay, this is your MVP. Now, I do have 3 cars that I can put on City Street Small. The Jag will win all of them. Question is, do I do that or not? Now, I can go for draw on the twisty road. I can go for a win here because of the ground clearance difference. I'm pretty sure this is low, yes. So the Grilletta has a medium ground clearance. It will help me here. It looks like it's going to lose, but I can promise you it's going to win. It gives me a victory here. And the question is, I'm going to lose the hairpin. can the Jag win on the hairpin road using four-wheel drive and standard tyres? That is going to tell us whether we're going to win or not. I couldn't put this out because it would lose. It's not got the acceleration, the speed. Even if Jag wins 50 points, that's all I need. Yes, good. I wasn't sure, to be fair, because obviously the low 0 to 60 time of the D-Type, I got with this car ages ago. Loads of people said to keep it. I think it was meant to be a good car. I never found any use for it. I just found unless it was on the drag, it weren't great. And it's not the best drag car in the, yeah, there we go, in this category. So that's what I was going for. You've seen my tactic. That's the kind of team I was using. If you're a bit unsure, you can obviously emulate something like that. It might not be the same in your bracket, but I'm not going for top 10. Okay, that's going to be what I don't want to invest in any of those cars really. So then I looked at B Elite, and lo and behold, it's now Alfa Romeo ×2, Jag ×3. And I first looked at this and it looked like an absolute nightmare because I've got cars I don't want to work in. The only difference is now the RQ has gone up to 115. So the team I have settled on at the moment is what you see in front of you. Now, like the other one, there is city street levels and there is some rain, okay, but there's not as much. There is a bit more emphasis on speed. So ideally I would bring this XJR and put it in for the sports brake. Okay, that would be my first swap. If I invested a little bit of resource into this XJR, upgrade the chassis to 2.3, engine to 2.3, get 0-60 down to about 3.4, handling up to 85. Before I know it, that would do better than the sports brake. It's got a better top speed and everything. That would be an improvement. Something I could do and wouldn't be too disheartened about, because sports brake is a medium ground clearance car, but I don't, yeah, if you scroll through again, there's nothing really that I'd have to put a lot of resources into trying to improve this garage. Now there is a argument to take out the Trans Am and potentially bring in the XKR, especially if I put a few more resources into it. I could do, you know, I've got super rare cars. Yes, I'm planning to use them on other cars at the moment. I could max this out, but if you go into it, ignore my ranking, okay? I promise you it is nothing. You're going to start seeing people now that are going to smash me to pieces. Let's just for the sake of it, we'll come and play here. Okay, so coming into a track set again, there's more rain, there's more city streets. This is a bit more reminiscent to the last one. Now I know I can win the twisty road, and I know I've lost the hairpin. I've gone for the, I need the fast one. I've got both of these stupid cars. I just don't know which way to ever run them. Okay, so I've lost those. Now I have no choice but to use my two medium ground clearance cars in these places. I have no choice now because I'm stuck, because this car is slick, it'll get smashed on the hairpin. This is kind of how I have to run this team. There isn't a lot of, I don't have a lot of options here. I have to put it this way and just see if I win or lose. I think I lose, just to be fair. I think they beat me. That's a tie. I thought they were going to beat me by a few points, but there you go. You can see that I'm currently in 5th. I won't be staying here. Okay, I will definitely be dropping down. And again, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about trying to get the top 10. Now, if it transpires that I can stay around the top 10, then yeah, maybe I'll invest in one of those cars. But at the moment, I'm happy to take my double ceramic, and I'm happy to give up the ceramic set. I will try and get the 2 Jags just to say I collected every one, and the aluminium packs I might get a super rare as a result, but I'm not going to be focusing heavily on these two. They do not suit my garage at all. The Sports RS 01 Finals, however, ranked 39 according to this at the moment. 5 times Bentley 150 RQ. It is allowing people to use all their bad boys now. This is what I ran with. I have been working on my Bentleys and I have thrown a few away. You may have seen my previous video. I did have more Bentley, especially after the last pack opening. I've gone through, I've trimmed out some of the ones because a lot of them are very similar in RQ, very similar in performance, and as a result, like for example, I had the Bentley Mussolini and I had the Design Series. I thought it was at both 21 RQ, both almost identical. it's got slightly different MRA, and I think the top speed here is 4 more than the other one. So I thought, what is the point of me keeping that other one, because I'm not going to use it? I might as well keep these two, fuse that one. So he's already gone into working into my Bentley Flying Spur. So very quickly before we go in, as you can see, I have done more work. Now my question is to myself, do I take some more off of the engine for this Bentley Flying Spur, or do I go for the weight again, get it up to that 90, probably handling 4.1? That would be the way most people I think will go. However, I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look. Brooklands is fully done. Bentiaga is still missing the last upgrade. Again, this one I think would definitely go into weight when I do it, because it's not going to make much difference to the top speed or the 0 to 60 if I take it off the engine. I think it would make a bit more difference to give it a little bit more handling to help it out overall. Then the miscellaneous speed, again, we've got an upgrade here into the chassis. This is just going 323, and its counterpart, which is very similar to it here, which is the blue edition, is going to end up going 323 as well. Okay, this is where we're at. These aren't fully leveled up. I can max these out, but you're going to see when you get up to, crikey, when you start getting up into the top 80, up until the top 80, you can get away if you've got 3 ultra rares, and if you had 3 max ultra rares, you could run in 2 rare Bentleys or super rare Bentley. I promise you, you're getting top 80. From what I've seen in this bracket, you're getting top 80. Okay, lots of people have Bentleys, but they don't have them maxed out. You can see classic examples. People haven't used their resources to max out the top end Bentleys. So as long as you have them and you have them maxed, then 3 max ultra rares, I reckon, get you in it, get you in the top 80, give you a chance for carbon fibre. As long as you've got, say, a super rare maxed and a rare maxed or something like that, you can probably work your way into that top 80. So here, you can look at this Bentley Continental GT 4.389, and it's on 1.3, 1.3, 2.3. My Flying Spur, okay, is on 2.3, 2.3 max, and according to the stats, it is worse. It's just 0.1 second better than 0 to 60. So it kind of shows you the GT is much better than this car. But let's see. We know we can win the hairpin. We're probably going to lose the twisty road. Probably. I don't actually know. This twisty road is a defeat, but we can win the hairpin road, and we come in this city street. So we roll the city streets, roll the hairpin road. By the way, this is if you've got this miscellaneous grand limousine rolling around in your garage, not the worst one to do for a super rare. Obviously it's not a handling beast, but most of Bentleys aren't. They've got the top speed, and for a C grade super rare car, there's not many that are going to hit 192 miles per hour. So it will help you potentially with test bowls, long drags, etc. In future events. So it's definitely one that I think you can invest in and still use elsewhere in the game. So you see, this is going to be tight. Everything, this Continental GT, GT3, lovely car. If you get this, nice for this event. Again, I can beat the Brooklands, mine's maxed out. I can beat the Twisty Road here, not maxed out. I can probably win. I can lose the half mark, but you know, you only live once, guys. You only live once. So we roll a Twisty Road like this. I would put the Bentiaga in the half mark, but its MRA is poor. You can't even get anywhere near its top speed. It's easy enough just to take the Brooklands. Brooklands got probably one of the best MRAs out of all these cars, so I'm almost tempted to throw the Brooklands in here. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give that a go. I think it's going to lose still, but it's got a better MRA, so the Flying Spur should win that. And then it's just, we're going to lose the Twisty Circuit either way, aren't we? So it doesn't really matter. I could throw the Brooklands over here and try and throw one of these bad boys in the half mile, see what happens. It's just a waste otherwise, isn't it? Twisty Circuit's a loss, whatever. I want to see what happens. So we'll throw the, like this and like this. It doesn't really matter. I want to see if the Brooklands can do the half mile against the GT3. I don't think it can. I'm not sure if it's got the best MRA out of these 3 ultra rare Bentleys, but I do know it is one of the better ones in the ultra rare, and I think it is the best. Let's see. Obviously going to get smashed to begin with. We can never catch up, so it doesn't matter which one I use there. It's got absolutely no chance of catching it up, and it wouldn't catch up on the mile anyway. So there you go. Probably. Oh, lucky there, isn't it? See, it's got to be a work for. I can't get top 10 here, guys. I can't get top 10. I do not have the cars. Yes, I can max. Once these 2 are maxed out, they've got 2 more upgrades each. Once they're both maxed out, that will help me. I can also max out this flying spur. I don't think I'll do any more in the Balenciaga. I honestly don't think it's going to help me enough. I'm just going to fight this, see what happens. But yeah, I think I need another special Bentley. I need another one to come in here to push me to the top 10. Otherwise, I can't get there. I just don't think I can get there. I mean, again, this just reeks of a loss, doesn't it? Just reeks of a loss. Now, I don't know if we win this. I don't know if we win this. I don't know if we win that. So, I think we tried this. I think we tried this. I think that's going to be 2 wins. I think we can get 3 wins there, and then we are knackered. So better off to hopefully lose the first 2 by 50 and win the last 3 by 50 each, and end up with a 50-point advantage. And that's a good start. That's a good start, using an ultra rare against a super rare and ending up, or legendary, and ending up just losing by 50 and 52. This one we should win because of the all-wheel surface and the 4-wheel drive. The Balenciaga does have its uses. This is going to be tight. Okay, good. Better MRA there. We saw that coming out of the corner, but it was better out of the corner. It was pulling away slightly to begin with. We would have lost that in the long run, but that was good, and this should be a victory. It's be close. The weight might do it. Better handling. Oh yeah, close. Too close for comfort. But there you go, guys. This is me at the moment in 18th. Not that the top 10 are too far away. Seems to be quite a few people getting beaten in it. These 2, look at these 2 guys have got to have disgusting hands. Hans and Patrick must have absolutely disgusting decks. But with that, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to work on these 3 Bentleys, and possibly as a way just to end this out, I may don't need 3 of them. I've already got 1 locked, and I'm tempted to give that Bentley pack one more try, just to see if it wants to, if it wants to actually give me something good, or if it's just going to keep trolling me. Yeah, I want to give it one more go. I want to give it just one more try, one more option. Should I? What do you think? Bentley Flying Spur, how do I do this? Oh, my gut says here, but I think in reality it should be weight, shouldn't it? I think in reality it should be weight. Haven't used you enough, so you can go. I don't need to Range Rover Velos at this moment in time. I'm running out, and I don't need to AMG. I've already got 1 built up. I'm running out of materials, guys. Okay, that's all done. Can't take that back. What I can do is give myself 1 more shot at this Bentley pack, just to end the video and say thank you for watching, everyone. If you've made it this far, let's see. Let's see. Will I get something that is going to go into that team? Well, it's a good start. At least I've got 3 super rares or better. Alfa Romeo, followed by the Bentley Mussolini Grand Limousine. Will I get something that goes into my team? Ooh! Ooh! Now I wish I wasn't investing in that flying spur. Ooh! Hello! Hello! Oh no! No, what have I done? What have I done? Ugh. Guys, how am I how do I get out of this? What have I just gone and done? I suppose the annoying thing is I don't have the resources now to upgrade this one. But there's no doubt it will drop him. And as much as I do like the Brooklyns, for 4-wheel drive, for that rain as well, it's tempting me to attack that top 10, isn't it? Stay tuned, I will be back. I will be back in the future to let you know once these are maxed out if this can give me a chance to push to the top 10. If it can, then my other epics may be on hold and this bad boy may be getting upgraded. If it means that I can push into those things and get that R.S Sport. Okay, this is a bit of a surprise, guys. I did think this Renault Sport was going to be out of reach, but there is hope, and when there is hope, there is always a way. Remember that. Wise words. Thank you for watching, everyone. I've been MyTyme. Remember, if you have enjoyed this and stayed this long, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let me know in the comments how you found this episode. Leave a like and a thumbs up just to help support me in the channel. With all that said, sorry for it being a bit longer, but I will see you all very soon. Take care.